Hello. Welcome back to Invest with Intention YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am on a mission to turn 13,000 into 50,000 by investing into ETFs, index funds, and high conviction stocks. And today I've got a really exciting update for you. Today we are talking about my SCHD position, one of the most popular dividend ETFs in the market, and my goal to grow this position to 200 shares by the end of 2026. We will break down the my current SCHD position, how SCHD has performed over 1, 3, 5, and 10 years, the dividend income it generates for me, and my strategy to reach 200 shares. Okay, but before we jump in, do me a quick favor, subscribe to the channel. This is my real portfolio, my real money, and my real investing journey. Not a lot of people show that publicly. So if you enjoy this type of transparent investing content, subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people. And as always, this is not a financial advice. This is my personal investing journey and my opinions. So please do your own research before investing in anything you see on my channel. All right, let's dive in. First, what exactly is SCHD? SCHD is known as the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. It's a dividend growth ETF that focuses on high quality US companies with strong balance sheets, consistent earnings, and history of paying and growing dividends. Okay, so many investors love SCHD because it combines steady dividend income with solid long-term growth. Now let's look at my position. Okay, so let's go over here and see how my journey started with SCHD. I started my SCHD position on October 15, 2024, as you can see over here, with one share. Okay, but it wasn't until January 27, 2025 when I really started building this position through consistent dollar cost averaging. And as you can see, I bought two shares here on January 27, 2025. On February 14, 2025, I bought two shares. I bought one here, right? And I bought fractional shares, a share here, as you can see on March 11, 2025, 0.8 share. Okay, also 0.1 share over here, as you can see, right? And I just kept dollar cost averaging. I was able to buy three shares on April 25, 2025, right? As you can see over here. And let's go down so you can see, right? Just little by little buying two shares, zero point 0.3 share, one share here, right? And fast forward to today. I now own 120 shares of SCHD, as you can see here. Since my last SCHD update video about a month ago, I added 10 more shares, which shows the power of consistent investing. Okay, my average cost price, as you can see over here, is $27.81. I've invested a total of $338, which gives me 120 shares of into SCHD. Okay, um, and my the current share price is $30.80, as you can see here, and that means I am currently up 10.74% on this position. SCHD makes up about 14.04% of my entire portfolio, making it the fourth largest holding in my portfolio. Now let's talk about the performance, because this ETF has been extremely solid. So let's head over here to see the performance over the last 10 years. Okay, so here, let's see here, year to date, SCHD is up 12.17%. Wow, which feels so great to see. All right, especially in a year where technology stocks have been struggling. Right, looking at the long-term performance, let's take a look at 1 year return over here, we see that SCHD in the last year has returned 15.72%. Okay, 3 year on average, it has returned 12.64%. 5 year average is 11%, as you can see here. And in the last 10 years, on average, every single year in the last 10 years, it has averaged 13.35%. Okay, now think about this for a second. If you had invested 100,000 into SCHD 10 years ago without adding another dollar, you had been sitting on roughly $362,000 today. And on top of that, you will have received somewhere between 12,000 to 15,000 in dividends per year. That's the power of dividend growth investing. Speaking of dividends, let's look at what my 120 shares has generated for me in dividends. Okay, so let's go over here. This is still my portfolio, inside my portfolio. So we will see that right now my SCHD position pays me about $125, 73 cents per share in dividends. That's roughly $31 every 3 months, or $10 per month. Now, that might not sound like a lot yet, okay, but when you reinvest those dividends and continue buying more shares, that income starts to grow faster and faster. Eventually, those dividends could cover things like my gym membership, my phone bill, and eventually even bigger expenses. Even though I am not primarily a growth dividend investor, I still love SCHD for three main reasons. First, the dividends, right? There is nothing better than seeing dividend payments hit your account. Second, stability. SCHD tends to hold up better during market downturns. Okay, and third, long-term performance. Over the past decade, SCHD has delivered extremely solid return, as we have just saw in the performance, which is 13 point something percent, right? So how do I plan to reach 200 shares by the end of 2026? Let's go back to my to the portfolio here. Honestly, nothing fancy, right? To get there, just the same strategy that got me here: consistency. We still have about 8.8 months left in 2026. So if I can keep buying around 10 shares per month, I should be able to reach that 200 share milestone. And trust me, when that happens, there will definitely be a big milestone video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, click on the video up here where I talk about my 180 shares of the growth ETF Schwab US Large Cap Growth ETF SCHD. It will be linked up here. And before you go, hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment below how many shares of SCHD you currently own. Okay, and remember to subscribe. It helps the channel grow and reach more people. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.